Hi, my name's Chris Croft from successfultrainers.com. And if you're thinking of getting into training, then give me a call, click on the link below this video and get in contact, and I might be able to help you. Now, there are some important decisions that you need to make when you first get into training. And probably the biggest one of all is, are you going to teach B2B or B2C? Are you going to do business to business training or business to customer? So business to business training is where you go into a company and you train 10 or 20 of their people for a day. They do all the work, they arrange the room, they get all the people there. If some people don't turn up, it doesn't matter to you. You invoice the company. And the good thing about B2B is that companies will pay quite a decent amount. They'll happily pay £1,000 a day for a good training session, because if they've got 20 people on it, it's only £50 a head. So for them, it's great. It absolutely pays for itself. No problem. It's good. Now, I would recommend B2B training. But what about B2C training? So if you want to train people in something like cooking, companies are not going to pay for that. Or what about something like meditation or yoga, something like that? Now, those are all B2C subjects because companies won't pay for those, but individuals will. But if you think about it, that's going to be a lot of work. To earn £1,000, you're going to have to get 50 people onto your course and get them each to pay £20. And to get an individual to pay 20 quid for something is surprisingly difficult. I constantly find it amazing how reluctant people are to invest in themselves, but that's how it is. So to get somebody to pay £20 is actually quite difficult. Now, you could get 20 people to pay £50, but that's even more difficult. There are exceptions, of course. So years ago, I went to see Brian Tracy give a talk in Northampton. It was the only talk he did in the UK. I don't know why he picked Northampton. I guess they stuck a pin in a map and they said, where's the middle of England? But anyway, I went to Northampton and it was £300 for the day to see Brian Tracy. And £300 isn't bad to see anybody, let alone Brian Tracy, who's a god. If you haven't heard of Brian Tracy, by the way, you must check him out. He is a god. So it was £300 for the day to see Brian Tracy. And when I got there, there were 300 people in the room. And I remember thinking, 300 times 300, is that 9,000? No, it's £90,000 in a day. And I remember thinking, he's doing a 10-day tour of Europe and he's going back to Canada where he lives. And he's going to make £1 million in 2 weeks. So I remember thinking, I could do that. And actually, his talk was great. But I remember thinking, I could do that. I could have done that talk. But the point is, I couldn't have got 300 people there paying £300. So although it's a dream, you've got to be a big name to do that. Now, I have been running some open courses where individuals come, but these open courses are still B2B because their companies pay. And even open courses that are B2B are a pain in the neck. So I can charge about £200 for somebody to come and do a day's training with me. And if I get 10 people, that's £2,000. So that's a good day. But actually, is it? Because it's a lot of work to round up those 10 people. There's quite a lot of marketing involved even to reach them. And then you have to invite them and then you have to invoice them afterwards. And you have to deal with them being late and asking questions. And can we change the date? And it's like herding cats, even to just get 10 people in a room. And it's still B2B because their boss is paying. So I think open courses are probably worth doing. I think my open courses probably do lead to in-company courses because sometimes a new customer wants to try just sending one person on one of my open courses. And if the person likes it, they book me for a whole day. And also, I do have some big customers who do training with me, but every now and then they have somebody who joins the company the day after I've just done a course. And then they say, can we send the extra person on one of your open days? So it's just a way of dealing with the overflow or people who can't wait till the next course I'm doing. So open courses, I think once you're up and running, they are a possibility, but they really shouldn't be the prime way that you make your money. If you just suddenly advertise an open course on, let's say, time management, you've got to scrape together either loads of members of the public or loads of organizations who want to send one person. It's a difficult way to earn a living. I would definitely recommend that you approach companies and say, I can come into your company and run a course. I do sometimes say to companies, if you wouldn't mind opening up your course so that visitors can come and join on the day, then we could split the money. So maybe some local companies who I know or who they know could send some individuals, charge them £200 a day, and then we'll have 100 each. So I get a little bit of extra money and my customer gets a slightly cheaper day from me. You know, if money's an issue, or if they're only a small company and there's going to be space in the room, then why not fill it? Especially generic subjects like time management can be shared. Something like team building, obviously you can't share, but time management you could probably share with some other local businesses. But you still need one prime customer who's paying for the day, and that makes it worth running. And then you can add on some extras. So those are some thoughts about B2B versus B2C. And this is the kind of thing that we look at on my Successful Trainers program. So if you feel that you need to know more about this kind of thing, then contact me on the link below and we can have a conversation and I can help you. Either if you're trying to improve your training business, or best of all, if you're thinking of getting into training, contact me first, because you don't want to make rookie mistakes like going for the wrong market from day one.